My name is Julie Chung, and I'm a freshman at Harvard University. To know where I am now and how I got here, it's important to know where I started. I grew up in the Chungalow, a portmanteau of my surname Chung and the word bungalow. While all the homes along White Oak Avenue had two-car garages, pools, and white sycamore trees that lined their front yards, the Chungalow had a dying cedar tree, a carpet of dead weeds for a yard, and even the cement sidewalk became stony tarmac in front of our house. The Chungalow made me feel different at times, but it also exposed me to imagine improving my own life. When I felt limited by the opportunities available to me, on the suggestion and support of my 8th grade English teacher, I left California when I was 15 years old and traveled by myself to the East Coast for the first time to attend Phillips Exeter Academy. It was through the support of boarding school that I was able to do things like go to Costa Rica, where I volunteered in small neighborhoods in the mountains and by the seaside, while learning about sustainability and rural tourism. I also studied abroad in England to study Shakespearean literature and plays. I leapt and grabbed at every opportunity that was remotely available to me. It was also a culture shock. I learned about the difficulties of being a full financial aid first-generation student on an elite campus. So my friend Caesar and I started a first-generation and low-income mentorship program called First Generation Exeter, or Gen X, where we collaborated with school administrators, admissions officers, and students to reduce the barriers that students like me faced in achieving success at school. Now, as I walk through Harvard's campus and reflect on how I got to where I am in my life, I must most importantly acknowledge all of the people who have helped me get here. I used to think that I got here on my own, that I'm only here because of my own perseverance, grit, and talent. It's true that I've worked hard to be where I am today, but I'm also the product of my parents who made sure to always support me verbally when they could not financially. I am the outgrowth of my sister and my friends who constantly give me new perspectives as I learn from their experiences. I am the apprentice of my teachers who have always believed in my abilities and given me the hope of what I am capable of achieving.
While I used to be ashamed of the markers of inequality in my life, as I grow to realize how lucky I've been and the power that I now have to change such barriers, I become more and more passionate about giving back to others. It took me a lot of time and a lot of humility for me to realize that you don't get anywhere on your own. The world is made up of a complex web of interconnected forces, and I plan on doing my part in this web to help create positive change for everyone.